Austin on Fox 7 with Amanda Salinas, Dave Freilich, Lauren Petrowski, and Zach Shields.
Good morning, everyone. It's 8:30 on this Wednesday. Thanks for joining us right here on Good Day Austin. And if you are in town for South by Southwest or spring break, boy, is the weather ever going to be nice for you.
It's going to be nice. Music portion started now, so lots of folks will likely be outside just kind of listening to the music, float around downtown Austin. Today's going to be great weather for it. We've got sunny skies early, a few more clouds later on today, but no rain in the forecast for your Wednesday. Notice satellite radar has a few high clouds kind of moving southeast between Dallas and Tyler, and those dissipate as they go south. 50 degrees right now at Camp Mabry. Northeast winds at 3 miles per hour coming out of the northeast. Visibility up to 10 miles. That is as good as it can get. It's 48 for you in Cameron and Bastrop. Also 48 in Blanco, Llano and Burnett. 44 in Lampasas. Here at 46 in Georgetown. 45 in San Marcos right now. And for the next few days, we're just looking at mild conditions, setting up southeast winds, though, pushing in a little more moisture tonight. So a drizzly start here Thursday, and we'll keep those rain chances going throughout the day on Thursday. I'll have more on that in your full forecast in just a few minutes, but now let's head out and check on your Wednesday commute with Randy Taylor.
Well, most places around the metro, things are looking pretty typical for this time of the morning, either typical or pretty clear out on those main lanes. Now, if you're traveling into downtown on 35, things are still pretty congested right now. You can see on the map still a couple of areas of red here, but for the most part, it's mainly green and yellow out around the metro. Now, if you are traveling on at 620 at Anderson Mill, be on the lookout for an accident here. Traffic's just a little slow approaching, no major delays in the area. And if you're going to be traveling southbound on 183 this morning from Mopac to 35, looking at just around a 3-minute commute. Northbound 35 from William Cannon to Cesar Chavez, just about a 15-minute commute, and just under a 10-minute drive for you if you're going to be traveling southbound on Mopac. That's going to be between Breaker all the way to downtown. I'm Randy Taylor, Fox 7 Traffic.
New from overnight, police are investigating a deadly crash in East Austin. It happened just after 11:30 last night on East MLK at Scottsdale Road, which is near Springdale. When officers arrived, they found a bicyclist who'd been hit by a vehicle. Austin Travis County EMS says the victim, a man in his 40s, was pronounced dead on the scene. The driver of the car stayed there and was arrested for DWI. The cause of the crash is still under investigation.
Austin leaders face off against state lawmakers over several bills that challenge the city council's decisions. Fox 7's Jacqueline Sarkeesian is live downtown with more. Morning, Jacqueline.
Good morning, Dave. Lawmakers are tackling a handful of issues that could affect many of us here in Austin. Some of those include ride sharing, the bag ban, and short-term rental properties. During a recent hearing, the Senate Committee on Business and Commerce filed a number of bills that could bring back Uber and Lyft. They're working to create a statewide framework for these companies. Unlike the city's regulations, Uber can live with these rules, and the company says it'll come back to Austin if it becomes law. Now, after heated debate from both sides, ride sharing has been a touchy subject. Ellen Troxclair says the rules Uber and Lyft were operating under were fine, while Ann Kitchen led the initiative on fingerprinting drivers. Most city council members favored this, and many people approved the idea during a special election last May.
Local control is a valuable tool only to the extent that it protects individual liberty. When it's not being used to no longer protect individual liberty, then it's the responsibility and the role of the state to make sure that your right to work for the transportation provider that you choose and to ride in a transportation provider that you choose is up to you and not regulated by the local municipality.
Uber and Lyft chose to leave. They left their drivers high and dry, and we immediately stepped in as a city and helped connect them to the new companies that were coming in. We have proven that we don't have to sacrifice public safety in order to have this service. We've got 7 companies operating, almost 8,000 drivers that are fingerprinted.
Now, none of these issues did have a vote yesterday. The committee is expecting that to happen at its next hearing. Back to you in the studio.
All right, Jacqueline, thank you very much. Lawmakers in the Texas House are tackling another sensitive issue, a scheduled debate over a bill filed by State Representative Jessica Farrar regarding legal fees but turned into a tense discussion about a different bill she wrote, which takes a satirical jab at recent abortion laws in Texas. That measure would require men to go through extra medical procedures and counseling to get Viagra and have vasectomies. Some lawmakers consider the bill offensive, and to punish the Houston Democrat, an effort was made to vote down Farrar's legal fee bill.
The arguments you heard today had nothing to do with policy. They had everything to do with, as I was told, putting a woman in her place for speaking out.
The A Man's Right to Know bill is not expected to pass. Farrar admits she only filed it to make a statement, and it hasn't been assigned to any committee.
Well, residents in the Northeast are still dealing with those icy conditions this morning following yesterday's late winter storm. Less snow is expected today, but temperatures remain below freezing in many areas, so not warm enough for that snow to melt. It started falling Monday night and didn't stop for most of the day Tuesday. The nor'easter blanketed much of that part of the country, creating dangerous driving conditions. 2 to 4 inches of snow fell an hour in several states, including in New Jersey, Connecticut, Massachusetts, and Vermont. At least 100,000 people lost power. We are hearing reports that 2 people died in New Hampshire and Connecticut as a result of the storms. Several governors declared states of emergency yesterday. And this picture that was posted on the Pennsylvania State Police Facebook page shows Pennsylvania State Police troopers teaming up with the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation to escort a 23-month-old child in need of a transplant from one hospital to another, and that child did arrive safely. Check out this time-lapse video that shows just how much snow fell in a few hours yesterday. Ron Murphy uploaded the video of the snow falling in Appalachian, New York. The time-lapse is compiled of pictures that were taken one every minute. Pretty cool to see all of that snow piling up. The storm, of course, caused a lot of flight delays and cancellations all across the country, including here in Austin. Already this morning, there have been a number of cancellations still at ABIA. So if you're traveling, you want to make sure you check your flight status before you head out to the airport. Now let's take a look at what's coming up in our last hour of Good Day on this Wednesday. First, when parent life and work life collide, the family from that viral video of those kids barging in during a Skype interview, they speak out about what happened. Plus, Going Green, where you can find these very festive donuts in honor of St. Patrick's Day this week. And roasted pork belly nachos. Oh yes, that is what we are whipping up in this morning's Sustainable Food Center segment. All that, and we've got your South by Southwest Roundup coming up, so stick around.
Well, there's certainly no excuse to not get out there and enjoy everything.
Exactly. Enjoy the sunshine today, though, because we've got an increase of cloud cover on the way for tonight and tomorrow. Tomorrow, that could also translate to some rain chances. I'll tell you all about that and have your full forecast in just a few minutes.